Alright, you know what it is. You live in the Cipher. Caller from the 706. State your name, where you calling from.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
What's going on? State your name, where you calling from, caller.
Yeah, shit, man. I'm calling straight out of that NJ. You know what I'm saying? Neutral rules. You know what I mean?
All right. Neutral rules in the building. Welcome to the show.
What's good, baby?
What you doing?
What's up, fam? How you, man?
Chilling, man. What you calling this spit a hot 16 already?
Man, yo, it's whatever, son. You know what I mean?
All right, yo, the stage is yours, man. Come on.
Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do.
I'm saying, do I need a beat or what?
Nah.
Acapella, baby.
Acapella, man.
Acapella, you know what I'm saying? That's cool.
Don't mess up. You got a legend in the
Exactly. You don't know. You never know who listening to.
And he speaks his mind.
Yeah, but I can dig that, you know.
All right, let's go, baby.
All right, check it. Hollow tips rip from my clip when I'm working grip. I should as I dip with a fat grip, never slip on a lick type shit. Turn the gloves and ski mansions to liquid ashes. Hit the gas as I drive fast to my residence, counting up my presidents. Back switching, crossing the line of devil, toss levels. Tell my name's me and spit, cross the lips of a snitch. Hitting it is a stand, keeping the feds missing 4 pounds of my delicious 5 inches on the phone with some hoes the whole time. So my good intentions, this is why this will be my alibi. How I went from rags to riches. You know what I mean?
No doubt. We're going to clap it up for you.
Okay.
We're going to clap it up for you.
Let me give him 2.
But check this out. So, what you going to get at? Chill.
Yo, B, I'm going to be honest with you. The clarity, man, I couldn't understand what the heck you were saying. It was just like a lot of words you were saying.
I understood. I thought you was all right, man. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. Just work on the flow a little bit more, the cadence a little bit more. Pace yourself a little bit.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. I thought you put the words together like too much. He wasn't paced. Almost like he was nervous.
Can we give the mic to our guest already? The legend, the hip hop icon, so he can comment on the caller.
Yeah, let's make that happen, man. Let's make that happen. Let's get it from the top MC. Right here, baby.
Definitely.
The legendary Melle Mel in the building.
The one and only in the building.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
What you
That's
think?
cool as hell. What's up, Mel?
All right, it's all good.
What you think about that,
What
Mel?
you think about it, Melle?
Real talk, baby.
Hey, you know what? Everybody's rhyme within whatever they say it is all right. Me personally, if you're going to talk about killing, you should just go kill. Don't mess with the mic.
You know what?
That ain't your area.
That's
You know what I mean? If that's what you got to say. And your phone game was horrible. You ain't T-Mobile or nothing. You hello. Goodbye.
I'm iPhoning it right now, folks. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So you ain't got to come down here, dog. You good. You good.
No flex it, you know what I mean?
Just pay that monthly, dog. You good. Just pay that monthly.
Yo, fam, we appreciate you, man.
We appreciate you calling, man. That's love, man.
Yo, man, it's man love, man. Yo, y'all hold it down, man. You get on top, man. Hold it down. I'm coming for y'all, man.
Do that, baby, for real. Yo, call back next week, man, and spit it again.
Tune into the show, man. We want you to rate and review that
For
little
sure.
fame terminology with us.
Yeah, check my album out too. It's on cdbaby.com, Pancake 1. You know what I mean?
We got you.
We bring this up.
We got you. Real quick, shout out to Twitter. Shout out to Twitter, yo, so everybody know what it is.
Oh, yeah, shit. Catch me at GA Summers 1. At GA Summers 1.
All right.
All right.
No doubt.
That's that numeral 1. All right.
That's what's up.
All right, now.
Thanks for
All right,
catching
man.
live on the
Out to
Cipher.
New York, up north, down south, worldwide. Y'all hold it down.
No doubt,
Good
man.
luck, man. Good luck on that.
Peace.
Keep it locked.
And all to the legends. Legends always stand up on top. You know what I mean?
What's up,
Sure.
man? That's love.
Without
No
them,
doubt.
there'd be no us. That's for sure.
No doubt. So officially,
I love y'all, man. Y'all hold it down, man.
All right.
love you too, family. All right. No doubt.
All right, Ken, folks.
Peace out. Y'all like that dude, though. Yo,
I like that response. That was what's up.
yo, Melle off the hook.
Yeah,
Keeping it
man.
real. That's what it is. I ain't mad at that.
Now, we're going to officially bring in the show like this. You know where you at.
For
You
sure.
live in the Cipher.
Yeah, baby.
It don't get no liver than this. We about to go in now. The show officially started. BKS1radio.com.
Sure.
I'm very, very excited tonight. We got a legend in the game.
Yeah, man.
In the building, man.
Yes.
I mean, one of the originals, man. I ain't talking about no cookie cutter, whatever. I'm talking about cats that copied him, and they followed him.
And real dude, man. You know what? One thing I like already, and props to you, man. A lot of these young cats come here, 50 dudes. You know what I'm saying? This is a real man. You can't walk in and he's just like, yo, whatever, I'm here. Let's get it off and pop it. You know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you, I had the pleasure of speaking with him already at the Taj in New York. You know, at an event, and some of his artists was performing and everything. Him and Ice-T was
that's
there.
What's up.
And yo, just real down to earth, good people, man. You know what I'm saying? When you speak to legends that's not full of themselves and they just respect the game, the music, and they gonna talk to you honestly, that's what it's about. That's what cats like M and Lil Wayne and all these cats, that's what they gotta aspire to be, man.
True,
so just take note and witness the real tonight here on BKS1Radio.com.
No doubt.
And you know how we gonna do? We're gonna start it up right now with the roll call.
Oh, before we do it, let me say to Mick Benzo. Let me just tell you something, my brother.
Don't shout out Mickey. No, Mickey. Mickey, go to sleep.
He's
Mickey.
saying we ain't got Mel up
Go
in
to
here.
sleep.
Mel's
We gonna
alive.
shout out Rock Nelson.
We ain't got a
We ain't
front.
shouting out Mick Benzo. Mick, go to sleep, man. You're done. You're done for the day. You did what you had to do. You gave me the address. I got here. You're done, Mick.
Oh, that's your peoples? Okay, you said you wasn't in the building. Okay. He here. Okay.
Yo, man,
I was about to get at him. I'm about to say, we ain't got to lie.
Word up.
nah, he mad cool. He called me earlier.
That's what's up. Never mind, Mickey.
But definitely. The roll call in the house, so Melly know who's who in the building. We're gonna start to the far right here, my brother from another mother.
You know who it is. Smooth Peter Lays Love in the building, y'all. Hip Hop Wednesdays, live in the Cipher.
We're gonna start with the most beautiful reporter I know that reports
Chill,
the
Mr.
hip hop
King. Oh, my
news.
bad.
No,
Oh,
not
no,
you.
oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about me. My bad. Sorry about that. I'm playing, baby girl. She is. Go ahead, girl.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, The Window. I got some hip hop news for you and gossip, so y'all stay tuned because there's some good ones.
No doubt.
Sure.
And to the far right, Mr. AKA himself.
Short fuse, aka the Ghost,
AKA?
aka Pain,
AKA?
aka Mr. A-Hole, aka Oh You Fancy High,
AKA?
Yes, that's my
aka
favorite.
Schizo.
That's it?
That's it.
We calling you Schizo tonight.
All right.
All right.
I might call him Pain.
No doubt.
That's the hot one.
My man, 50 grand
No
right
doubt,
here.
man. Chill, Mr. Keep It Real. And I'm ready to
And
go in.
for sure.
I'm looking forward to the review. I got some good questions to ask our honored guest tonight. My man, Melle Mel in the building. I'm looking forward to that,
I
man.
think he's the only guest we had, and we had some legends on BKS that I didn't have to do no research on.
Duh, exactly.
You feel me? Because
Everybody knows hip hop.
I was a DJ first, and I had all the records from the start, man. And I used to try to copy some of his rhymes. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get certain parts, but we're going to talk about that tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Stan Johnson in the building.
What's up, man?
Holding it down. And I am, if you don't know, you don't watch live in the Cipher, and you don't know about BKS, if you don't know, I'm Storm Norm the General, and this is what it is, man.
Yeah, baby. Yes, sir. And listen, man, let me dive in. Before we go, I know we got the review tonight, too. Right? So
Yes.
we definitely let everybody know who we reviewing.
Terminology and little fame, physiology.
I'm looking forward to that too, man. That's going to be a good joint. But let me dive in with a quick question to start the show off with Mel. Right now, you got artists coming out, man, and talk about the difficulties that are presented by new artists sometimes. Because sometimes I know they get heads swollen, they don't want to listen. Is that a problem for you, or do you set it straight on the line for your peoples?
Well, you know, everybody know how I think or how my mindset, my approach to doing what this here is. But like a lot of young artists, and then not only young artists, and young people too, because I got kids that's just as old as artists that like a lot of people is dealing with nowadays. And their problem is they think they know stuff that they couldn't possibly know.
Exactly.
They wasn't there to, they ain't even got it figured out. Like they'll look at what the next guy is halfway doing,
Right.
and then
Right.
think that that's the way to do it.
Right.
And that's what just messed the whole, as far as hip hop wise,
Messed it
the
up.
whole industry.
I
It
totally
ain't even
agree.
no industry.
Everybody sounds the
you
same.
got to give away everything just so you can get known.
Right.
Exactly.
And that ain't
Right.
you can't sell nothing when you're giving it away.
Right.
You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? So that's the problem you have with young artists, and that's the problem that we have with with some of the people we dealing with. And that's the way it is. But I mean, like at the end of the day, see, if somebody want to make a sale, it got to change. You got to do it. like everybody want to move forward, sometimes you got to step back. Because if you ain't doing it right now, just look back to when it was going right and just do it like that. Forget about like the 3 guys that made it.
Yeah.
If you want to be one of the 100,000 ones that's trying to make it, there's only one way. Unless you're going to either be lucky or you're going to be skillful or you're going to be both. But most people, you're going to rely on skill more than luck.
No doubt.
I'm going to jump and ask you on real quick too. With everything you just said and what we just said, and you just said that sometimes you got to step back to move forward.
Right.
You being one of the pioneers of hip hop, how do you feel about the game of hip hop now? Like the way that it's transitioned. I mean, everything has to evolve to some degree, but from where it came to where it is now, like what is your actual true gut feeling about hip hop right now?
I think it's horrible, and it's been horrible. It's been horrible for years. See, like I was the kind of guy like this when NWA first came out. Now, I'm a young kid. I grew up in the ghetto. When NWA first came out, they was cool.
Yeah.
And that whole thing. But not that I'm the tough guy. I'm not a gangster guy. So that whole message was never, that wasn't what that wasn't what we tried to do. So I was never actually with it. I was never on the bandwagon like that. I just never thought that would actually be an influence on New York hip hop, on the mid South hip hop or whatever. But that whole thing took over. Now 15, 20, even up to 20 years ago, when the 100th guy started, I grew up on the streets and we got to sell dope. I was like, listen, all that's garbage. Yeah. It's all. I don't care even how much it's sold. It's all garbage. Yeah. Because of what it meant to people that actually knew how to rhyme. Like even come from the Rakim era. Rakim, he's considered one of the greatest ever. He rhymed about rhyming. Yeah. That's what MCs do. Now they can do anything else, but that's the basic framework of where you're going, what you're talking about. Nowadays, it ain't even about rhyming. It's not even about hip hop. It's just about an image. Like a guy would come out, he got this certain image, and then everybody. So now, if you just take something that's supposed to be about talent, and then it's just about an image, you don't even have to have no talent.
Exactly.
Like right now, if and I say all the time, if hip hop was football, all you'd have to do is kill Ray Lewis.
True that.
And then the Giants assign you.
Yeah. You're funny.
I
like that analogy.
That's not that you ever touched a football.
That's funny.
Right.
And anybody can say anything about what they can think about anything about what I say. You can think any kind of way. But at the end of the day, the majority of these guys really can't rhyme.
Yes,
they just talking.
I will applaud
they
on that.
talking from I grew up in the street, and we got to do it. Everybody got to do that. That ain't that ain't nothing special to me. You know what I mean? It took me like 2 years to figure out exactly what 50 Cent was all about, musically. And then I figured it out. It's not about the music. It was just about him, his image, and everything that went on behind that. Now that's cool if you want to make money, and it's cool for 50.
Yeah.
But if you want to pass down something like how music was passed down to us from the funk cats, and like how we passed it down to the cats that came behind us. If you want to pass down something, and all you could do is pass down an image where you come from out the street and you're going to do whatever you got to do to get by, that don't take the game nowhere.
That's not a good image.
Even take the streets nowhere. If you look at what's going on in the streets, I know there's a bunch of they all weird. The whole thing is weird to me. I don't understand none of it.
I'm gonna take it back to when you said if you got to kill somebody, put down the mic, because
there you go. Well,
that was the realest line I heard in a minute. And bruh, when you make it, when you go in the studio, please put that in the record. You know what I'm saying? Because look, real gangsters.
Quiet. They
don't get in the studio. Don't get in the vocal booth.
It never happens.
True that.
It never happens.
And what's the first thing I always tell? We let people, like you said, call and spit a hot 16. It got to one point that, like you said, everybody was a murderer that was calling, hey, I murdered this murder. So I give them a disclaimer before I said, listen, I said, if you ain't never picked up a gun and shot somebody, don't talk about murder in your rap here. So like I said, real gangsters don't rap.
It don't make no real sense. And my whole thing is this: where does it actually apply to music, to real hip hop? Like I said, if you want to be a gangster, go be a gangster. There's a lot of guys out there that want to shoot back, and you know what I mean. Don't do it all on the mic. You know what I mean? Like Like two guys have some kind of, and that always happen in hip hop. Two guys don't agree with you. Okay, get on the stage, figure it out. Right. Like all this ongoing beef, nobody never got shot. It's like, listen, don't waste my time with all that. Right. You know what I mean? But it got to the point like where as far as me, and I'm like one of the master guys as far as technicians and rhyming. I'm not even interested on writing and saying rhymes no more.
Wow.
Because it ain't nobody to say them to.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
I'm not gonna waste my time to get with the the young up and coming cat, and all he's gonna do is talk crazy, or the guys from our era. We just come in the spot, we entertain, we do what we do. But it's like I just. Even for my people, for their point of view, like, yo, Mel, you got to start rhyming again, dog. You was the dude.
Bring it
now,
back.
Now I'll just come on the mic and play it because it ain't nothing to play for. It ain't no,
Right.
ain't no Big Daddy Kane. I don't got to get ready for Big Daddy Kane. I don't got to get ready for Cool G rap.
Yeah.
Right?
No
you know
doubt.
what I mean? It ain't nobody to get ready for. It's like, okay, yeah, all right, his pants is sagging. He look like he ready to rob a liquor store. I don't, you know what I mean? I mean? I have on a 3-piece suit. I'll be clean. I'll be like, listen, I don't want to stain my gators messing with these weird dudes. What's going on around here? You know what I mean?
But he right
Real
though.
talk.
You're right.
It's like the game even left. Even the real heavy hitters.
Yeah.
The game left. It's like we ain't even got nothing to shoot for.
But-
You know what I mean?
But here's my thing though. Does he even have to write anymore because he got hits under his belt? You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Legendary
yes,
hits.
you're supposed to see because how it is like this, and I thought like how you said, but I always go by what my real people and my true fans, and this not even what I'm telling myself. I'm like ready to rope my last steer in the rodeo and it's time to go.
Yeah.
Right.
But they
Right.
saying like, listen, Mel, if you ain't gonna be the one to get out there,
Right.
it ain't out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I ain't never gonna say it's over. And that's what they telling me. Like, listen, Mel, you got to get out there. If you know what I mean, all that, I ain't rhyming no more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even like 15 years ago. If I would have heard somebody say that, I wouldn't respect them.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
right.
And
Yeah.
I'm saying it, and then I'm saying like, I kind of fell asleep at the wheel a little bit. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
but it is what it is. You got to stay in there at least, if for nothing else, just to show the next cat coming up
How
that
to do
this
it.
is what you're not doing.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because everybody think that that whole killer mentality is what hip hop is all about. It's nothing like that. Our whole thing is like you rock the parties, and you mac the girls, and
Right.
that's what the whole shit.
That was
And
it.
that's
It was some real killers out there.
Right.
Now.
Yeah.
It was some real killers, and you just shout them out and keep them
Keep 'em
moving.
moving,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Because they were content with just
you know
knowing
what I
the
mean?
person
Yes.
on stage.
Right.
Absolutely.
And right now we talking to the legendary,
Yes.
Yeah.
legendary Melle Mel in the building. BKS1Radio.com live in the Cipher.
Yes.
All right, and Mel, let me throw this at you right here, and I want to be fair about it. For up and coming artists coming up, and us, and I say us because we recognize what's good, what's hot in MCing and in hip hop. But to them, they might be hot. So, and I'm gonna be fair about it, because once we came up, our parents looked at us saying, "Man, y'all, what y'all doing with those fat shoelaces? Y'all sneakers ain't tied. Y'all got leaves on. Y'all wearing sheepskin. What is that all about?" How do you look at it from that perspective? Where's the line at from being a legend to understanding to a
generation.
legend and dissing? Where's that line at?
To understanding the new generation.
The new generation.
Well, to see where hip hop is today is like you got a lot of people that's doing hip hop that you kind of like wasting your time doing hip hop, and you really should be doing something else at the end of the day. And that's real. I mean, listen, anybody could write a good rhyme.
Right.
You could even be a great rhymer, but you won't make it
And-
the way hip hop is today.
Exactly.
Like and I tell that to like a guy comes and he'll be like, I mean, nasty, could rap the roof off the ceiling, but Puffy ain't gonna sign him
Exactly.
because.
Right. It's an image.
Because Puffy ain't looking for a guy that's good. He just looking for a guy
An
that he
image.
can make some money and ain't going to show him up.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And that's why none of these guys sign a good guy.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you got a bunch of other guys that want to try to do it, and you really you can't do it. It's just like how boxing is. You got like 9 titles. They only fighting 12 rounds. So you got a guy that and a lot of people could go 12 rounds, but you can't go 15.
Exactly.
The
Right.
Masters could go 15.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now you got a lot of guys that really can't fight, but they out there fighting. And hip hop is the same way. You got
Another
a lot
good
of guys.
analogy.
This really ain't for you, dog. You ain't. This is. Hey, listen. Go on to school, get you a degree. You see what I'm saying? Be my lawyer.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Go get behind the scenes.
That's what's
Right.
up. That's
This
what's up.
really, and I'm telling you the God's truth, because a lot of the guys that want to make it, that's why all these guys is giving away. I got to give it away here. You can listen to it. It ain't
They
about
stuck in
that.
a box.
It ain't,
They
if you
stuck
can
in
write
a
a
box.
real song, and I tell my artists, I tell everybody artists, it's not about what they think it's about right now. You have to come up with that song.
Yes.
Right.
And that's what hip hop was built on: the message, the breaks, the classic
doubt.
Run DMC joints, the classic Cool G rap, the classic Rakim. Classic, because when that shit came out, it's like, even, and I'm the biggest hater in the game. I could listen to the best nigga in the world. I'd be like, I weigh that shit off.
Right.
Yeah.
But some of them songs was the classic song. Now, if you listen to what's going on right now, it ain't a whole lot
Lot
of
of
classic
classics.
material.
You're totally
coming
right
off
about that.
you
True
know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
50 Cent was just hotter than Fish Grease, hot. And you'll see a young nigga, yo, man, 50, man, he trash, right? Huh? That was your boy.
Yeah.
That was your boy.
True indeed.
You see what I'm
Keeping it
saying?
real.
Rick Ross is hot as Fish Grease right now. Wait till the next, weird
Right.
dude start,
They put him on the back
next
burner.
weirdo.
With the next weird too.
You see what I'm saying? And then yo Rick, then all the other, yo Rick, he ain't this, he ain't that. It's about, it's about dude that, he just got out, he's still under house arrest, and he
Yeah. Right.
So we fickle as fans, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Right.
it.
Not real hip hop.
No, listen,
Real hip hop respects real. I understand that,
a lot
but
of the
the
young
overall
cats out here
perspective,
is
a lot of they're fickle.
They
So in other
fickle.
words, whoever's hot is hot now,
Hip-hop
and
is
then
a
next thing you
fad
know,
now.
they'll drop it
But
when
no,
the
but
next
you know
hot
what?
guy come up.
I think hands down, I think it's just a plot, just to hold young people and black people
Right.
back to where as a nigga is never going to evolve. You got like, let's just say, it from the streets and even from music. If we all, however old a person is, if you grew up in the streets, you ran with a crowd, you sometimes ran with the wrong crowd, we all was in gangs, we all did that. By the time you get to your 20s, that's done.
Yeah.
Right.
You got 40-year-old gangbangers.
Right,
They get for real about that.
Right.
So now
They
we
live by
can't.
that.
Nobody's not moving forward
Yeah.
because you're not going to be a productive person being a 40-year-old gangbanger,
You're right
and you're
about
not
that.
going to do nothing for your community being a 40-year-old. But see, this is what they pushing. The whole media, the BETs, the MTVs,
Right.
the XXL, all that. They pushing that to where as a grown man is never going to do what a grown man is supposed to do.
Wow, that's
on
deep.
no level at all.
So true.
And that's what this stage is about.
Wow.
I mean, in all of hip hop, they don't even got a representative of anybody from back in the day.
Right. Nah, you're right.
I got a question.
LL is the only guy that's actually out there, but
Yes.
he don't necessarily
Right, he not
represent
rapping,
like
right,
a trench rapper. Like, what
Yeah.
I mean? LL is like a star, like a, what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So now that you said they don't even got a representative
That's deep. You're
of
right.
hip hop
Yeah,
from,
sure.
from back in the day, I want to transition that into what do you really feel? And we've been at the events, but what do you really feel about the hip hop museum, them putting that together, and them not coming to
Yeah.
the
No doubt.
originators first? You know what I'm saying? The pioneers first. Like, what do you feel about that whole hip hop museum situation?
Well, like, see, that's more of the same, like, the exploitation of the whole thing of hip hop, and a lot of it is our fault because it's like we always too busy doing other things. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm too busy trying to stay in the gym and keep my body right, and and just be impressive with my broads and all that. You know what I mean? Just to realize the business end of what I'm doing, even from the beginning. We was too busy rocking parties, to realize that there was a business, and then that's where Russell came in. But it's the same thing, with the hip hop museum. Now, in reality, if they wanted to do it, of course they supposed to come and approach us with it, and we supposed to be a part of it. And we got our own thing that we actually working on now, us, Bam, and a lot of the cats. But that was never going to happen anyway. They always going to try to keep us out anyway, because once it's like how the music business works like this. You would have the top guys, all these guys right here. And if I was to get one, now I'm nothing compared to them as far as the average person that's in the hip hop. I'm nothing compared to them. But if I was to get one record, I could just push all of them aside. Like,
Yeah,
I'll walk
you're right.
in and even if they, but not now. but if I was to get where they at. So that's the whole thing. It's like you can't let none of these cats get where they at because then they don't mean as much. And the whole thing is like everybody wants to be the biggest thing that ever happened to hip hop instead of just letting it be what it is. The Mick Jagger is Mick Jagger. Everybody knows can do whatever. Once Mick Jagger walk on the set, it's like, oh shit, Mick is here. Like, hey Mick, where you want to go? You want to go on tour? You want to do another album? We're gonna put it out. We're gonna set it up for you. Hip hop is like, yo man, we can't, because Mel, he too cocky.
Haters.
He be wearing them shiny shoes, man. What do you think? You know what I mean? And he just be talking crazy. But I'm gonna do that anyway.
Yeah,
right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, they too angry. Now, 50 could be angry. Rick Ross could be angry. Everybody could be angry. We the only cats that can't be angry. Niggas is always angry.
Right.
Every nigga got something to beef about. That's why we all that. That's why our shit turned out the way it is. That's why was going back to blues.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like a nigga like venting, like like this shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Like that was blues. So it ain't no different. But it get to this point to where we the guys that's stigmatized for actually being angry, just having some shit to say, like, fuck you, man. As much fuck shit as they talk. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So going back to the question is like, you can't really expect for them to come at you and cut you in, but they were supposed to do it anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? Out of respect.
Exactly. That's just common sense. I think that.
But then that tells you they don't really have respect.
I was just about to say that. That's the problem.
Listen, these dudes right now is bleeding every last little ounce of whatever on the music side and on the street side. Now, music, you could do whatever you want to do musically because a song is going to be a song. If somebody write a song, the whole game will change. It ain't going to be no more Dirty South. If somebody was like, if you come back with some hard East Coast hip-hop, the game would just change. Everybody be doing East Coast hip-hop. But the streets, once these dudes they rewrote the rules of the streets, what snitching is, what hustling is, you know what I mean, what dope is, what a gang is. They rewrote all that, and it's all wrong because you ain't getting out. You ain't nobody getting out. We want to get out.
Absolutely.
I want to get out.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
You want to like what you said. Generation changed. At one point, it was you wanted to get out. Now everybody want to be in. Everybody want to be everybody want to be a kingpin.
Yeah, it's like they're embracing these titles. They're embracing, like you hear about. I was in jail. I was here, and the songs about killing people. Whereas when you did it, it was informative, and people was like, "Yo, I'm doing this to get them out of this."
Right.
That's good. That's good.
Notoriety and fame. But see, like I said, that goes back to that plot that I'm talking about. Now, people think I'm crazy, but I guarantee you that you can get the most prominent sociologist or whatever. He ain't got the answer, but I got the answer because that's where I came up out of it. When people told me about the streets, the first thing that I knew about the streets is that there's nothing in the streets. So I mean, we all here, but this ain't what it's all about. Now you can run them. But you ain't gonna get nothing out of the streets. I mean, and at one time, Nicky Bonds and Fat Cat and all them. But that Kingpin era is over.
Yeah, no doubt.
You ain't gonna make the kind of money. It's just not there. That's where all the bodies come in.
Yeah.
So but the main thing. I mean, the music is one thing, but what's going on out in them streets and how young people can't get the kind of opportunities just to even grow up.
True that.
And understand what it's all about before they get corrupted by, we got to get this paper and, you know what I mean? Old people, you got old people, they just want to relax and live out the rest of their day. They can't do that, Niggas walking around with their butt all out, we just trying to be us. We just trying to do us. We just trying, you know what I mean? It's like, to me, it's real weird because it's like we forgot what we was about. It ain't, and right now these young dudes ain't really about nothing.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And if you just tuned in, we're with the legendary hip hop icon, Grandmaster Melle Mel, in the building, man. Again, I'm excited, but call in 646-233-1302. All right, you know you at live in the Cipher. Big shout out to DJ Stan.
Yeah.
And call in with your questions, man. I'm quite sure you got some questions for the legend. And we are going to rate and review tonight. Little Fame.
And terminology.
Yeah.
Physiology.
Physiology. Okay. That's their new album. So we're going to rate and review that on a scale from 1 to 5. 5 meaning
super hot.
4 means
excellent song.
3 means
good song.
2 means
album cut. What's next?
And the 1
Get out the Cipher.
New York Jets, man.
Yeah. Bang, bang. Garbage.
Yeah.
And did you say New York Jets?
I said Jets.
Long as you say Jets.
Lucky I ain't say the Giants.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't say the Giants. I just got my new Big
Giants
Blue
won this
Wrecking
week?
Crew hat.
I know that's right.
Get on them, Ghost.
Nah, we did.
Get on them,
It's all good.
I ain't see the game.
No, we didn't.
I ain't see the game.
It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good, though.
I was working that night, I think.
RG played a good game, but we lost on some dumb humbug stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the
Yeah.
score? Like
Wow.
16, 17,
Yeah,
right?
16, 17.
That's what losers
Last
always
time I
say.
checked.
It's all good.
know
Oh, I know you know.
Stop.
No, we won though. It was as good as your last game.
Legendary Mel.
Anyway.
Who's your team? Who you rooting for this season?
The Giants.
Hey!
Damn, man.
Big Blue. No doubt.
Self.
Yeah, they definitely beat themselves.
You can't
Yes.
score 21 points?
Yeah, you beat you're right.
So with that being said,
Word.
get this man anything he wants to drink. Order some food for this man.
Right.
But the chat's loved him. Say, Mel's dropping a lot of knowledge. And I had one person here. They want to know what we're gonna show him tonight.
Shout out some names.
All right, we got Rock Nelson, we got Raw Dog. What's up, dog? We got Old School, we got Music Box up in there. We got Guest 1624. D Skinner, what's up, brother Skinner? We got Mickey Benzo up in there.
Yes.
Rock Nelson. And
a lot of guests.
Chilltown.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
a lot of
everybody
people
in the
up in
chat
there.
room.
Yo, now I gotta ask you this question, man, because and I want to know for myself, but a lot of people when they knew you was gonna be on the show, they hit me up. When you see this, when I flash to that,
Wow.
what do you think of? Really, what goes through your mind?
Wow.
Well, first of all, cocaine was a hell of a drug.
Oh, man, I almost choked on that one. Wow.
Oh.
Was Big King Joe cussing?
But I mean, we had some good times. You know what I mean? We was rock stars. You know what I mean? We was out there. We did it for real and on a real level. We was downtown. Billy Idol. Madonna. You know what I mean? We took the game. We took it where it was supposed to be.
Sure.
We represented. We took it all over the world. You know what I mean? And hey, we had a good time. Like I said, I can't complain. You know what I mean? If it all caved in right now, I can't. In all honesty, I can't say that it was something that was lacking. You know what I mean? Because we did
your part.
We lived it up.
We put in our work.
Yeah.
So for real.
So what's your relationship like with some of the fellas from the crew from the Furious Five, man? Like Scorpio was on the show before.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, he was on the show.
Yeah, everybody's still good. I mean, Flash doing his own thing, but
Right.
all the rest of the fellas, we get ready to go in the studio. But what I want to try to do is do some R&B because like we do got some singer thing. I mean, the hip hop is going to be there because we do that.
Right.
But as far as what music is, you got to evolve. Like my whole thing is like the evolution, and it's a process, and you got to bring it out to just to show as far as what we do, the importance of the entertainment value of what it is. Because
Right.
see, like the average person to think about what the Furious Five was, and then it's like, okay, they're just a bunch of old cats that dress funny and they rap fast, but our entertainment value was like it was off the charts. You know what I mean? Because nobody was used to no turn. I mean, by the time it got to running them, everybody knew what a DJ was and turntables and MCs. Nobody played the instrument. But when we was like, we had to, we was a Cameo, the Barcades, the Parliament, the Commodores, the OJs, like we was playing with them.
Wow.
And if you didn't really entertain,
Yes.
Right.
you was getting
You getting
smashed
booed,
out there.
exactly.
So our entertainment value was so high. So what I want to do now is just, you kick that thing off to another level, and do some R&B and just show people talent from another perspective, just so that when you match things up, it's like, it's like, because you got to clean out. You got to clean out. The only thing that's going to save right now is like you got to clean out the division. It's like you got to make these motherfuckers understand this ain't what you do, dog. Now just step aside.
True that.
Stop trying to give out them CDs.
Right.
Go on and be the doorman to the Belvedere or something. Go on and work at the rental joint. Do what it is you got to do, dog, because this ain't for everybody.
Right.
True
You know
that.
what I mean? And
Right.
because that's the whole thing. Everybody, they take hip hop lightly. Like they take what this shit really is for granted. You know what I mean? And it ain't for a lot of people. And,
True that.
and the only way to do it, like if you was a boxer, the only way to do it, you got to, hey, listen, this year I'm gonna have a fight every week, and I want to knock out all these
Everybody.
bums.
Right.
I'm gonna knock all y'all out, and then after it's over, if you ain't on my level, you don't want to fight no more.
No doubt.
And that's what you got to do with hip hop. You got to clean all this out.
What do you look for in a growing MC in our generation today that stands out to you? Like, okay, you got a chance in this.
That would make you sign.
That would make you go, okay, you have my attention. I'll invest my time and energy into you.
Well, you just got to look like for as far as a personality that is willing to learn and understand what real entertainment is all about. Because like I said, there's a lot of guys out there that could rap, but they doing it for all the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
It's like when you're an entertainer, you got a job that's like a job like a pastor or a teacher. And that's your job, and that's serious.
It is.
And a lot of these guys think, oh yeah, we just go, because I'm,
go to the studio, get high, drink all
yeah, we're going. No, it's not like that, dog. You people are raised by their music.
Exactly.
So now,
right.
Or not even by the music, by the guys that make the music. So if the only thing that you gonna rap on the mic just to leave behind how grimy you is or how many dudes that you kill, you know what I mean? You got. I like to, and it's almost like you don't even want to expect nothing from nobody, but you just want to see somebody come up that you could say that that person was good to the game.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And now a lot of times you don't see that because, like I said, they're doing it for all the wrong reasons. It's like and that's why I say, going back to that, it's like this not what you do. That's not what you're about. You know what I mean? But like I said, I just like looking for somebody that's going to be a credit to what Like when I first heard Nas,
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like somebody that could really do it and pass down an understanding,
exactly.
To the next guy that come up and then see, and then he'll say, yeah, Nas was my influence.
Right.
And he don't even have to know about Melle Mel, but Nas knew about Melle Mel.
Exactly.
He knew about
right.
Nas, so the chain still is linked
6 degree
in.
separation.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Nas,
what I be looking
and
for.
Nas never changed up.
That's right.
That's
His flow is still the same.
Well,
Right.
His flow is still the same. Now he might be collaborating with some people in today's game, but his flow, he's always true
He
to
didn't really
himself.
change.
He didn't
Right.
conform.
No, he didn't conform.
what I'm saying is
He made a
this.
few commercial tracks.
Yes, that's all I'm saying.
right.
That was for it.
But that's growth. That's growth.
And that could have been the label pushing him.
Right.
To put this out
But
there.
he's always
He's
true.
always kept the same
There's
message.
nothing wrong with
And-
there's nothing wrong with commercial. I mean,
Exactly.
you do it. You're doing it for commercial. But I mean, hey, look, 50 Cent is commercial.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
All
Rick
commercial.
Ross is commercial.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But the message, you see,
Right.
the message and what it represent, like what Nas represented was like a young street cat who has some jewels. Like if you listen to him, you have some jewels. Where if you was out on the corner, you could still say, that dog is mean. You know what I mean? So he had it all. He had like the total
whole package.
package.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas like a lot of guys, like even what Tupac had, you know what I mean? He had more like a total package of what he was doing. But a lot of guys, they'll listen to what's going on, and then the message get misconstrued because it's as great of a rapper or great of a talent that Tupac was, and then the only thing that his people got out of it was thug life. You think
Right.
brother
Excellent
injustice
point.
because
Right.
that wasn't what it was all about.
Exactly.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
True indeed.
a lot of times it's up to the people, but sometimes like I said, some guys have talent, and the talent is there. Like the talent, for you to actually bring something to the table instead of just coming to the table and just eating from the table and just bailing out on everybody.
And
So-
I'm just ask you just one quick thing. It's real quick. Now Nas is somebody that you definitely have respect for in the game. Is there anybody in today's game, regardless of the fact that we have our Rick Rosses and all of that, is there anybody that you actually listen to today in our generation of music?
Well,
Today, anybody
I
never
really listen to music. I mean, I just hear what I hear in the club. But I like
Right.
Buster. I mean,
Oh,
I
right.
go. That's about as far as
that you get right, that's as far as you go. I
ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. Keeping it real.
Buster's real too. He's never
No, that
conformed
rhyme
either.
that he said on that one joint,
He's
that
real.
look at me, that's
Right, look at me
probably
now,
the
right.
best rhyme ever. Like
Right.
I mean,
He killed it.
He destroyed that. And
killed it.
Buster's more like like the young guys try to claim Buster.
Right.
Buster come more back to where
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
And he
Right.
gave
He's a lot older
props.
than-
He gave props to that, and you could tell. You know how I could tell too, Mel. And I want you to speak about this performances.
right.
Listen, when we saw You guys, that's a show.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know, now, man, I'm gonna keep it real. When you go on a show now, you're more in tune with the song that you're hearing as opposed to coming to the actual performance. Talk about that difference now, too, man. Performance.
But that's another aspect of what hip hop is that a lot of guys, because like I said, they're not entertainers. They going into it like they just want to make the song and because it's based on the song. I see some from what we was doing. We was around before it was songs, so I'm not even gonna rely on the song just to make from when I grab the mic. I'm coming from just a strictly like, okay, is a crowd right there? You know what I mean? Yeah, we going do this thing. We gonna toss this up. We gonna have a good time. So and that's what the original concept of hip hop. Everybody say ho, somebody scream.
Yeah.
The whole crowd response aspect of it, just to keep the crowd locked into what you're doing.
Yeah.
That a lot of young guys just want to get on stage and look tough and everybody
Jump
jumping around,
take
you
their
really
shirts
can't
off.
See what's going on? It's like, and then you just start noticing just shit that don't even have nothing to do with it. Yo, that chain is crazy. Crazy. You know what I mean? It's like but like cats like Buster, see, he his stage game is like ridiculous, right? And that's what he's known for. You know what I mean?
He could grow throughout the generation.
Like,
that's what
so
it
the
is.
best Dougie Fresh, a lot of guys, they got that, they stayed that stage thing, and see, and that's the main thing that's going to carry you from when you hot to when you ain't hot no more, and then people gonna hire you because they know you put on a good show.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what, like you said, that's what hip hop used to be about. Like I said, hip hop was all about rocking the crowd. Like you said, getting the crowd's participation.
Right.
It was a participation thing. It wasn't just you sit there like
hold
you
the mic out.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made it exciting, and it made it a great thing to go to a hip hop show because so and so gonna get out there, gonna rock. We're gonna be involved. But nowadays, like you said, you go and it's like, okay, you got somebody sitting there on stage and they're talking into the microphone. And I pay money for that.
Talking in the mic, cuffing it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Now,
ridiculous.
Right.
Who wants that?
And then that goes back to what I'm saying. They don't. It ain't like they asking. Even from the record company perspective, when we got signed, it was somebody that was at the record company that actually directed us on what to do right. We got out there.
There's no
That's where the
development no
A&R
more.
guys
Exactly.
supposed to be.
Right.
There's no development.
Nowadays, the A&R guys, he's so-and-so's man. He never even broke an artist.
Right.
They don't know how to push records. They don't know how to
nothing about
rock
music,
the radio,
nothing about hip hop.
So all around is just. It don't make it. It don't make it conducive for a guy to actually be able to come up and then learn how to do it the right way. They just get out there. You get a big record. He come out there. His first shows is crazy. He know how to at least get through a show, and then after that, by the time the second, third record, he out.
Now you remember back in the day, Motown used to actually have classes for their artists.
Yeah. Wow. That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? Gave them classes, grooming classes.
They should.
On how to speak, how to look, how to do this. You know what I'm
a
saying?
lot of them getting these interviews, and you see,
wow.
and to be real with you, the editors don't show them no love. They curse. They say MF. They say ain't instead of. They don't correct it. They just leave it there. They don't know how to speak well. They don't care to speak well. It's I'm representing the hood, and they think because to keep that image up, it means that they don't have to speak well or look well, and dress well and stuff like that, and keep themselves groomed. Like half of them out here looking crazy, looking like they just walked off the street or just woke up.
Well, that's the most of them are.
And that's the main thing that I look at when you see an artist is like, well, what's your image?
Right.
Exactly.
One of the worst things that ever happened to hip hop to me is when Running them started dressing like guys from Hollis, Queens, and I say that all the time, and I mean that.
Interesting.
Because
why you say that?
Because we were spending like thousands of dollars for uniforms. I mean, they never see it, like from what they see, like as far as on the videos, we just the basic video. But we was like laid, tailor. We had a tailor, like he used to make the leather outfits
right there.
Yeah, I mean that coat was like a full length $1,000 coat. I mean that was like a $1,500 coat.
Wow.
I had like about 30 coats. Like
wow.
We was like laid out, and then. When Running them started dressing like the dudes from Queens, I'm like, you ain't supposed to be dressing like no niggas, dog.
That's interesting.
Because the talent, you got to progress. Once you digress, it's easier
Evolve.
for somebody to take your spot.
Word.
You see what I'm saying?
Right,
Just like how easy did 50 take
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
Yeah.
And I used to like Ja Rule.
Yeah.
I love Ja Rule.
I didn't like DMX all that much, but I like Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Right.
But 50 just wiped him.
Yeah, quick.
Because he didn't have to do better than them. I mean,
Right.
Ja Rule had some nice records, related to the ladies.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He had
then
the R&B
50 Cent
joints.
came right with and I didn't even understand his first record. Like everybody was like, yeah, at the club. I'm like, yeah.
What's the craziest, Melly, though, is that the way 50 Cent came at him because of his style, he came at him because of his style, bumped him off, and then took his style.
Took his style, emulated him. Word.
How do you do that?
Emulated.
Now, you know what, too? Let me bring this up real quick, because I know we got to get to the review.
Oh, man.
We definitely got to get to the review. Everybody, you are here on BKS1Radio.com, live in the Cipher.
Yes.
We have the icon, the legend, Grandmaster Melle Mel here.
Live in the Cipher, baby.
Let me say this real quick. And it's ironic, because tonight on NFL Network, Barry Sanders, they had a show on about him. And Barry said there came a certain point in time where he just wanted to stop.
You're talking about football. Yeah,
Football.
When he did.
So I present this to you, Mel. Do you
Like, I'm
still
outta here.
enjoy performing? Is the love of that aspect of it still in your heart? Do you still enjoy it? You still love it? Or is it kind of like, I could take it or leave it?
No. It's like it's just a lot of stuff that I just took for granted because like I go out, you go to the events and then you see like a lot of the young cats, they don't really know who Melle Mel is, and then they, and I come in, who that nigga is? That's Melle Mel, because they think I'm a little hunched over, you know what I mean? My whole thing is like,
But check your resume.
you gotta have you gotta have your shit
Have it
right.
together.
Like if it's for a motherfucker seeing you, it's like God damn, what the fuck? Oh shit, so because see that at least that much of it I want them to understand, like chin to chin. Understand that you ain't got to respect whatever it is I did because I don't expect you to go that far into it.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But when you see it, like I see that, that motherfucker, damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got his stuff together.
So then at least that much of it you understand.
Respect.
So that and that's what keeps me driving. It's like you gotta be able to step out there,
Right.
And then because like a lot of young people in music and in life, even with my kids, you know what I mean. They ain't gonna understand a lot of what you say. But if they see you, your eyes ain't going to see you. They might not give it up.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But that's what it is. Even when I come in front of my kids, I'm not going to be I used to be slouched out, smoking, whatever. They never see me sideways. To this day, they got to respect me.
That's what's up.
Word.
That's
Like,
what's
you
up.
ain't going to never see me. You ain't going to never catch me out
That's
there.
what's up. Now,
You know what I mean?
now let me ask you this. When I showed you the picture of the Furious Five, and I said, what does that make you think of? You said cocaine is a hell of a drug. So now when I show you this lady right here, what do you think of, fam? When I show you that lady, that's Chaka Khan.
Okay,
He pulled the shades
you know
down.
what? No, you know what? The first concert, because back in the day when Chaka Khan was in Rufus, I mean, she was a knockout.
Bad.
She
Yeah.
had
Bad.
she had like the bodies that these stripper bras be having now.
Right,
she had
right.
that then,
Pow,
natural,
pow.
nothing.
Take
like,
the cover right home
Chaka
to the
Khan.
bathroom.
No
You know?
booty shots back
Right.
then.
And the first concert that I ever went to was the Chaka Khan concert. They
Okay. I
played
love
in
Chaka
and I think it was in Randall's Island. It was them, Brass Construction, BT Express, Hal Melvin and the Blue Notes. A bunch of and I like he'd be just up in the top row, like, yeah, I wish I could do a record with Chaka Khan.
Right,
right.
And years later, I was just so happened to be blessed.
She was
enough
like
to
what
do-
Mary J. Blige
to do a
is
big
to us
record
today.
with Chaka Khan.
We got a caller. We're going to take a call. Caller from the 646. State your name, where you calling from. You are live in the Cipher. What's good?
Hey, this is Lisa from Chilltown TV, and Big Pep told me to call up at 10 o'clock.
Hey,
What's
Lisa.
up? How are
What's
you?
up, Lisa?
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
how's it going?
Shout out.
I hear that Melle Mel. I hate it even to call now because I love Melle Mel, and I've been listening to him talk.
It's all good.
That's all good.
Well, he's in the building. You got any questions you want to ask him?
No, actually, I had called up to talk about Chilltown, the cartoon that Pep had done.
Let's
so
do it.
if you want to do that, I don't know if you want to interrupt him
All right,
or anything.
Let me bring it in like this. Last week, Big Pep was on the show.
No
doubt.
Rotten Peppers was
nice,
on
too.
the Cipher show. And
Nice with it.
Pep did some songs for an animated cartoon.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
And It's with Chilltown TV. Tell us about you, Chilltown TV. Tell us about the cartoon.
Okay, well, the cartoon, basically, it just launched a couple of weeks ago. That's episode 1. Episode 2 is going to be dropping on the 12th of December. It's a hip-hop oriented comedy. I grew up in the Bronx, so actually it's interesting here in Melle Mel Talk because I really wanted to keep it real and just keep it really representing what people in hip-hop culture were about, especially people, underground heads and stuff. So that's pretty much what it is. It's pretty wild. It's crazy. It's raucous. I have a couple of people who are like comedians from the Chappelle Show, as well as from Patrice O'Neal, the late Patrice O'Neal. They worked with him, including Dante Nero, who had been the co-host with the Black Phillip Show.
Okay.
They're on it, so which is, I was really, really lucky to get them, as well as a couple of other really incredibly talented comedians, as well as DJ Wally and Big Pep. So I was like, I was just very, very lucky. It's been a project that's been close to my heart. It took me 5 years to work on it. I taught myself how to animate and did the whole thing myself.
I know that's
for all the talent.
So I had a chance to view some of the cartoon before the show. It's hot.
Thank you.
It's dope. Very, very talented. It's going to go a lot of places. I can see why some celebrities lent their talent. Now,
thank you.
Melle Mel works out, right? He's a health buff.
Right.
Would you be interested in doing a Melle Mel cartoon? And he has kids.
I'd love to. I can't believe you're saying this to me because a guy named DJ Flash from the West Coast contacted me and he saw the cartoon like a couple of days ago and he like flipped out and he was like, I could bring in Too Short, I could bring in Snoop, I could bring in Icy, I could bring in all of these people. I want you to like do all of this stuff. Yeah, I would love to.
Melle Mel is here now. He needs to be a superhero in a cartoon.
He needs the superhero that saves hip hop.
There you go.
Hey.
That's what's
Well,
up.
I'll tell you something. I mean, one thing that I would love to do is in season 2, I'd love to bring him in and just have him, show up in an episode. I'd love to do that.
Wow.
I really would.
So
I'm in.
That's what's up.
You heard it.
Now I got a quick question. This Chillms to keep it real. Listen, can you give us some of the characters that are in the webisode? A few of the characters that you have here, or your episode.
The lead character is G. He's essentially, the way I describe him, he's a big picture person who doesn't actually see the big picture. He's like very opinionated. He's very blunt. He keeps it real. And then there's his 2 boys, Plaid, he's like the kid with dreads. He's the white kid in it. He's a graph writer. He's like totally chilled out. He's a bit of a hustler. He's the kind of guy who always has a connection with somebody, and usually the connections never really turn out very well. And then there's Marv. Marv is kind of like the Rock. He's like kind of inscrutable in a way. Initially when I wrote him, I wanted him to be a freestyler, but then I think I'm probably going to bring that in season 2. Right now, he works, he goes to college and he works behind the counter at a place called Chick Burger. But he's the guy who basically is the voice of reason out of the 3 guys. Then the final 2 characters are Kadus, who's G's cousin. He's a hustler. He's the kind of one of these guys who believes the hype, but like in his heart, he's a good kid. And then Kadus' his girlfriend Lele, and Lele actually, at the end of episode 2, is going to have a second show just of hers that's going to be blown out. And I was working on it right up until 9 o'clock tonight.
Oh, that's what's up,
animated.
Well, let me say this. I'm wishing a lot of luck. Storm told me about it. It's hot, and I'm looking forward to check it out. I just want to add one thing. If you do make Melle Mel a superhero, every good superhero needs a bad guy. I want to be Chill the Fat Man. And you can throw me up in there as the bad guy.
All right.
He can run around eating Twinkies and
Yeah, that'll be it.
All I'm saying is you got to draw some animated radio station characters like us.
Word up.
And use our names.
I will.
That's what's up.
You got me. I definitely am down to do that. Well, maybe we'll set something up sometime, down the line. I'll come down there and I'll come down and sketch you guys, take pictures, and put the whole thing up,
Absolutely. I'll definitely, I'm going to arrange, after the show, I'll talk to Melle, I'll arrange the contact and everything, because you are doing big things. I've been hearing about this for a minute, and I'm glad that the celebrities that you did work with lent their talent to your project and everything, because it's a great project.
Thank you so much, and I'd love to be on the show any other time you have me. I'd be honored and to come on, and I could show you sneak peeks and stuff. We could hook it up so that I could just send you some kind of footage. I even like next week we're going to be debuting episode 2. If you want, I could send you some sneak peeks of stuff that that could go on. People could see it first, and we could hook up something like that. You just let me know, and we'll do it.
All right, good luck on that.
All right, we appreciate you calling in. Keep it locked. Make sure you tune into the rest of the show. Definitely.
For sure.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. Peace. Thank you.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.
That's what's up right here. Making.
We done made you a superhero, man.
He's a superhero now.
It's funny, man. Yeah, man.
What it is.
We got to jump into this review, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I mean, it's
sir.
so hard. We got a legend here. We got so much to talk about.
Right.
But he's real. He's keeping everything real. Giving a straight shot.
But you know what? I got it because she called in right on the Chaka Khan story.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was digging that. You know what I'm saying? Where he's at the concert and he's like, yo, I'm do a song with her and blah blah blah, and it ended up happening.
Yeah, it ended up. And that just go to show. God is great.
Yes,
all the time.
All the time.
For sure.
And that was her biggest record and my biggest record.
Yes, it definitely was her biggest. A lot of people won't be like, nah, Through the Fire. I'm like, no, what?
Nah,
Through the Fire was
it makes her kind of mad too, because like when people come up to her, because she's a great singer.
Yeah. Oh yes,
singer, one of the,
she's
up there with
icon.
Patti LaBelle and all that. You know what I mean? And when people see it, they be like, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan.
Hey, listen, that like you said, that's the first thing that popped to your mind.
Look, at the end of the day, you got to embrace it because that's what wound up happening.
Right.
True that.
It's a great song. I mean,
it's
a great song.
Yeah, it was definitely
groundbreaking.
A huge record. Matter of fact, you got that joint?
Well, I was going to say that. Let's play that for
that is the joint.
I got it right here.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, man.
Let me see what we're talking about.
Without further ado, if y'all don't know, y'all about to know right now. This is Chaka Khan and the legendary Melle Mel. I feel for you.
All right.
Anybody got an iPhone?
Actually, you got the 5 or the 4? I got the 5, but I got an extra one in my car.
flames of passion. And all the while I think of you. A very strange reaction. The more I see, the more I do. Baby. Ride, white line highway, tell all your friends they can go my way, pay your toll, sell your soul, pound for pound, cost more than gold. The longer you stay, the more you pay. My white lines go a long way, either up your nose or through your vein, with nothing to gain except killing your brain. Baby, get higher, baby, get higher, baby, and don't ever come down.
Yeah, that's what's up, y'all. BKS1Radio.com. You live in the Cipher. That's some sadness,
baby.
Wow. I'm not going front. When that song came out, right? I was trying to battle DJ Cheese, and I wanted to battle Grandmaster back then. Back then, I was nice.
Baby.
I was nice.
Yeah, he got that look like okay now. Well, I won't say everybody. Three of us on the panel are old MCs and old DJs. So you know, man. You got to turn this mic back up to Storm. So you know. We used to do our thing back in the day, and now we're old timers and we sit behind the mic. But you know,
who an old timer?
You?
I got an album coming out called A Couple Gray Hairs.
Yeah, and I got balls hanging low. I know it's gonna be a sequel album.
Call me no old timer. Ain't nobody old up there.
Out of control. Yeah, out of control.
Anyway, and real quick too. I know we keep saying real quick. We ain't gonna never get to the review, man. But right. I do gotta ask this. This is dealing with the health physique. At one point in time, you was writing an article, I believe, for Weeder, one of the magazines for Weeder. Correct? Are you still doing that, or?
No, I was just in a lot of them because I used to go to like all the shows. I used to go, you know, all the events. You know, Mr. Olympia, the Arnold Classic. You know, so I was in a lot of the magazines, a lot being quoted or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Just trying to stay in shape.
Yeah,
man.
I already told Storm Norm. I said, if Mel come in here taking off his shirt tonight, I'm gonna take mine off too. I'll probably look close to the Rick Ross side, but you know, it's all good.
Please don't take off your shirt. Then don't take off your shirt, Mel. Yeah, we want him to keep his shirt on. Definitely.
Word.
Definitely.
That's what's good, man. That's definitely what's good. And also, let's keep it real, man. This is an avenue of hip hop, which is kind of funny. When you first did it, nobody knew what a rapper would look like when they were advanced or gotten older. Now we live in it, and you're showing a good side of it.
True that.
Everyone, we need to watch our health, everything, especially when you're on the road doing tours. What's the quickest thing everybody gets? McDonald's, all that good stuff. Food. So actually, that's a good thing that you're doing there with the health on the health tip too, man.
Yeah,
I just want. I think
you got to prepare for maturity. I mean, you ain't going to be young all your life, so you can look at somebody else. You know, I mean, I had a stroke or whatever. Yeah, it ain't going to happen. Well, it will be you.
Yeah, people have them younger and younger.
Time never lost a fight. It's going to be you. Something's going to happen. Right. So in order to maximize your days, you know what I mean, you have to, as time goes on, you got to tighten it up.
Yes.
Right.
Now, Mel, I missed that one.
That was the Muscles album. That was the album the first independent album we did on Big Guns. Big shout out to H. Rock Nelson and Miss Penny, our publicist. But yeah, that's what that was. It was a decent album. We just didn't have the promotion, to really get it going the right way. But
and a lot of decent albums get lost in that.
In the shuffle.
Because of
the whole shuffle.
What do you think lacks in that? Like, what do you think in promotion wise that outlet that needed?
We just didn't have the money. You know what I mean? It's like but then again, that album would have got lost anyway. Even if we did have the money, we would have sunk a lot of money into it because at that time the whole aspect of trying to promote it was going to get lost if you wasn't with the majors. They're just you want a video or you got a budget for the video or you want to get a you got a budget. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
hard for the indie
budget. You know what I mean? They just play it. You send it to them, they like it, they play it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. it was just something. I guess we might have put it out at the wrong time, but it was a good album. I mean, I'm glad I had the experience, actually, just doing the whole album and working it out and putting it together. And I try to do it like with no features. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
I want to do a song without features.
Old school.
Exactly. That's the thing with a lot of the reviews we do when we say they have so many features. It's like every song is a feature or three features on one song. It's like what is that?
And that's another thing that killed the business because if you got everybody on everybody's stuff, why do you have to buy any of them?
Right.
True.
You see what I'm saying? When we all made records, we did an album. Kurt did his album. Run did their album. You know what I mean? Michael Jackson never did an album like that. Prince never did an album.
Right. Never.
Frank Sinatra did one album like that. You know what I mean? Everybody's album is like that right now.
Right.
And then they wondering why nobody's selling because everybody's on everybody's stuff.
This got at least 6 features on it.
No doubt. And let me ask you, man. Like, I know you have a good relationship with Ice-T.
Yeah.
So what does the art of rap mean to you?
Well, the art of rap, is as far as me personally is just my lifestyle. Is what Melle Mel is all about. At the end of the day, the movie, I thought was a great movie. Actually, I try not to like the movie, but I actually like it.
Did you really try not to like it?
I don't go around liking it. I'm not the dude that go around liking stuff,
man.
You
got to make an impression on him.
You ain't gonna fool me. You ain't gonna fool me.
No
You
doubt.
know what I mean? You might come out first, you might be hot, and then the next year when you fly, be like, you see, I told you.
Right.
I try not to like
mad
the
at
movie. And it was the best movie to me in the aspect of it didn't show what I thought that it was going to show in the movie. It just showed like a lot of guys, a lot of funny stories, just a side of hip hop that the average person wouldn't really see. And if you go see the movie, that's what it showed. So I thought it was a good movie. I just didn't think they promoted it. They could have promoted it a little better.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was a good movie though.
True indeed. So you and
What's up, Big 7 checking in?
Shout out to Big Seb. Time to Grind radio show every Sunday from 9 to 11 p.m.
That's what's up.
Eastern Standard Time. So the whole relationship when you and Ice-T now, y'all doing business ventures together now, right? With artists? Or
we got artists that we trying to promote. But we, I always since I met Ice back in the day, from him being from L.A. and then when he moved here, he was always with Zulu Nation. I was with Zulu, and he always, but he just he does a lot better as far as business wise. He did all the right things as far as what he did with his career, or whatever. And whatever Ice, whatever Ice want to be involved in, and when he want me involved, I'm always there with him. He's a good friend. You know what I mean? As well as, a talented brother. But, I mean, he's definitely a good dude. Like, his head-wise,
true indeed.
heart-wise. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we got a couple of artists that we just trying to get out there and promote. And it's working. It's working.
That's what's up.
So, King Russ, he speaks very highly of you.
Right.
What's your feelings about King Russ, really, as an artist and competing with these guys today?
He's a great talent. I mean, he definitely has the skills.
Caller, hold on. Mm-hmm.
And he definitely writes a lot.
Okay.
My whole thing with King Russ, and I'm giving King Russ a shout out, he got to do something other than that dirty South music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that's not. That's just now.
Don't put yourself in a box.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in a box.
You see what I'm saying? And their music ain't even based on lyrical skills.
Nah, it's a beat.
So with all that dirty South, all the ill stuff is the best. So you got to just do a 3-word hook.
Yeah.
Look at me now. That's just crazy. You know what I mean? You can't. They're not hearing all that.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So now the thing with King Russ,
too funny.
if anything, he'd be too good.
Right.
Sometimes less is more.
I feel you.
But we gonna rock with him and we grooming him. You know what I mean? So he gonna get the understanding because I got the understanding. But that's what it's all about. You got to, you could be, like it just like how when I listen to some of the stuff that I did. When like I said, I was going back in the day 15 years ago, and a lot of that shit, I'm like, I didn't even believe I did it.
Yeah.
Right.
So sometimes less is more. With King Russ, a great rapper, and we probably would have been the only guys that would actually, because everybody, he's the hottest guy in New York. Everybody knew who he was. They won't touch him.
Okay.
Because they don't want to get showed up.
Exactly.
Right.
See, we can't get showed up, so we could groom him.
Yeah.
But now he got to understand there's certain things that you got to do in order to make yourself better than even what we gonna make him appear to be.
Exactly.
Right. You see what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
sometimes it's like you gotta, is less is more. It's like, you gotta pull it back. You know what I mean? Because everybody ain't looking
ready.
for, the brain. They ain't looking for brain surgery. They looking for like,
Right.
they looking for like if you make a record that I wouldn't understand, chances are that would probably be a hit now.
Yeah. I feel
True
you.
indeed. True indeed.
I feel you.
We're gonna take this phone call. Caller from the 908. State your name, where you calling from. You are live on the Cipher BKS1 Radio. What's good?
What's up? What's up? D Skinner, number one chat rebel from the town.
Hey.
Shout out to D.
Skinner.
Skinner.
What's happening, man?
What's good, family?
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I got a question for that great one, Melle Mel.
What's up?
What's good?
All right, ways back or whatever, he got into it with Joe Buttons about the whole vibe list and where he was rated and all that. Melle Mel has a list. Of course, he's going to put himself at number one. Who's number two?
You know what? I don't have a list. I would consider myself like number 1 through 5, and then everybody else it don't really matter. But see, now here's what I think about that whole greatest of all times thing. It's like, if you like, I could write a list, and it's going to be a short list. It won't even be 10. Because it ain't even 50 great niggas in all of history.
Right.
How could it be 50 great guys that's
Of all
on the
time.
mic?
Hip-hop,
Right.
I mean, once you get like me, Rakim, Kaz, Cool G Rap, you know what I mean?
Once you get past 10, it's really not even
It ain't
relevant.
going to be 10 guys. I mean, you might could put Eminem in there, you know what I mean? But it's never going to be 10 guys, and with the whole thing with Joe Button, like, and 50 guys, and, if I was number 5 and they say Cowboy was number 7, and he talking about, listen, he got, you know what I mean? In the stratosphere of whatever hip hop is. If they put him in the top 50, you where you at, and that's that.
Right.
But don't try, okay, now you're going to nitpick because it's all in conjecture. You see what I'm saying? It's all based on whatever who's putting the list together.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It makes it based on. I'm saying that I'm the greatest of all time because I was the first guy to do it, and I could still do it on whatever level I did it on every level. I did it in the park. I did it on the record. I did it on the stage. I could do it on and I could still do it on that level. Now, like I said, if I put a list together, it ain't going to be 10 guys. I don't see. I'm talking about true great
MC.
Right.
Great MC, not somebody that can rap better than you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, because that's going to everybody. And like I'm saying, you might have 50 great guys because it might be 50 guys that can rap better than you. I ain't got 50 great guys, and it's not. It can't be because people throw the word greatness around.
I say that about sports too, because like now, if you think about like Hall of Fame, we some cats that get into the Hall of Fame. When you say Hall of Fame, that means the greatest of all time. And I kind of understand what you're saying on a hip hop level. You know what I mean? But there are those that may think, like I said, that it should be separated by generation. I don't know. I don't think you feel that way.
No, I mean you don't. Because I mean it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Let me just ask, man. I got to throw this in. Mm-hmm. Would KRS be on that list?
He wouldn't make my top 10.
Wow.
He really
Why?
Wow.
Because
I gotta ask.
lyrically, he's not a technician lyrically. He says clever things.
Right.
But he's not a
Punchline.
technician lyrically. Like in the vein of a Cool G Rap, or cause like listen, like let's just say, see, this is how I would see it said from what a great rapper is. When KRS first came out, KRS came out.
Yeah.
When Rakim came out, I had to change my game.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
When KRS came out, he was just out.
Wow.
He was a great rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did his thing but I mean, I didn't have to change what I was doing.
Right.
I mean, it didn't stop, I didn't say, well, damn, I have to do it a little different. When Rakim, when I first heard Cool G Rap, you know what I mean?
They
Certain
changed the game,
guys, you know what I mean? Is like, you had to really evolve
Right.
throughout what they was doing.
And he did it well.
Right. And
He represented.
KRS was, I mean, he's,
Now, real quick before we get to Skinner, I know Skinner, you probably got one more or more questions. Let me ask you this: Kumo D wrote a book of which
Sure
of 50
did.
greatest that you were ranked number one. I'm sure you know about that. How about Mo? Where is he at on your list? Is he considered one of the greatest?
in the top guys.
Wow,
Really?
That's good. I think because his style is when he first came out where he was at. Mo was
See and how I'm putting it on the different eras. See, Kumo D came from the era of the numbers groups, the Furious Fours,
Yeah,
the Funky
yeah.
the Furious Five. You know, a lot like see a lot of guys right now like Eminem could jump. He could jump. You could jump him to the beginning of the line, but could he have did it then?
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
that's why you got to do it on all levels.
question.
50 Cent, Jay-Z, any of them niggas, if they would have been in the park with us talking crazy, they would have got shot. It's over. All that shit was it's over. It's done. So that's that.
Real
Keep
talk.
it 100. Keep it 100.
Real talk.
If one of them dudes from back in the days when
mad.
you was on the mic, if they would have came up like they did us and pulled the gun out on you and said to shout out the crew and all that, and if you would have held your face a certain way, you would have got shot in your face. And then that's that. So now we're going to discount every, a lot of them discount. You know what I mean? Eminem wouldn't have been considered good back then.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even have got the
He
shot.
wouldn't have gotten the Cipher.
Get this motherfucker out of here.
He wouldn't have gotten the
It
Cipher.
wouldn't have happened. It would have never happened.
Now Nas.
Nas, he would have,
I thought he would have held it.
he would have held it.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I think this is the realest conversation
that we've had, period.
about hip-hop
Right, live
since
inside.
I've been doing this.
You
Period.
crying.
Yo, you understand?
It's funny.
You understand?